Hi everyone, thank you for tuning in. And yes, let's not waste any time and kick off from my last video, the HUAWEI Up 2020 update. So yes, when I was asked to be a judge in the HUAWEI Up 2020 contest, I kind of imagined that I would sit around the table with my fellow judges and we would go through app after app using the criteria that we were given, and obviously with a few conversation here and there. But I was pleasantly surprised because I discovered that what was part of the process was that all of the apps that we judged, the app owners or the app developers were able to pitch, and yes, that was pretty nice touch because it allowed all of us to get more context with regards to the app and the idea, and it also allowed us to ask questions. And yeah, what do you think? Do you think that was a good move? Would you think that this should be part of every other competition that's been done? Let me know your comments in the description of this video. It would be great to get your feedback. This video is all about how to present and pitch your idea. Before I go on, please know that I made a general disclaimer in my HUAWEI Up 2020 update video that applies to this video. So if you haven't watched it, please watch it, and please know that that disclaimer is applicable. So my number one tip is when you present and you pitch, tell people who you are. And you could be a founder, you could be the CTO, you could be, it doesn't really matter, but give them a sense of who you are. And then tell them the story of the company. How was it founded? What was the thoughts behind it? To give them a very good picture, and the story will actually help them to connect to your product, your service, or your business. And I'm actually going to sidetrack a little bit from this, because I think that there's something else that needs to be mentioned, and that is every business owner and every entrepreneur would know this, but you need to have an elevator pitch. For those that don't know what an elevator pitch is, I'm just going to give a quick example. So when I started in business, I was inspired, and I actually wanted to work with the likes of Mark Andreessen, Bill Gates, Gina Bianchini, Reid Hoffman, Marissa Mayer, Jeff Bezos, and to name a couple more names, Elon Musk and Jack Ma. So can you imagine actually being in an elevator with them one day? You've got a minute tops, maybe 2 minutes, to kind of start a conversation with them and to kind of get them to want to engage with you. And so that's where elevator pitch comes in. It's time sensitive, it's very to the point, and you only got that one chance. So this actually brings me up to another side note. And that is that one of the names that I wanted to add as someone that inspired me, that I wanted to work with, I didn't hear about him for quite some time. And so I researched him the morning before I did this video. And I found out some really disturbing news. And the source of the news that I found were such as TechCrunch and the New York Times. So definitely really credible sources. I hope it's fake news, but the name I'm talking about is Tony Hsieh, and sadly he passed away in the past 24 hours of the recording of this video. So it's fresh news, and apparently he succumbed to injuries that he got from a fire at his home. And wow, it took me quite some time to process this earlier. I don't know him, but he was a massive inspiration to me. His book Delivering Happiness, and I've seen quite a few of his interviews on how he started or how he ran Zappos, his philosophy towards customer experience. So if you haven't been exposed to him, please do check out his book, do check out his interviews. But Tony, you're an icon, and your legacy will live on. I would like to send my condolences to your family and your friends. I obviously wish that I got a chance to meet you and a chance to work with you. And I'm losing my thoughts a little bit here, but yes, what else is there to say? But that yeah, you won't be forgotten. Yeah. So let's just carry on with this video. The next tip on my list is, it's all about your energy, your body language. Whether you're a founder or whatever your position is in a company, when you are pitching your idea and your business, you kind of got to have some energy. You've got to be positive. Otherwise, you're going to lose your audience. If you don't believe in it or show that you believe in it, then how do they believe in it? If you are a founder pitching, I think naturally your energy and your enthusiasm will come through. So yes, the next point that I have is don't waffle. So I'm trying not to lose my emotions right now after thinking about Tony, and trying to be to the point and to be precise and accurate, because like the elevator pitch, you don't know how much time you've really got most of the time. And at the same time, if you do have a lot of time, make use of it. Use it to showcase metrics, or to showcase your market size and so forth. So definitely use up your time. And that's my next point, actually. Use your time. So if you've got 15 minutes to present, use all 15 minutes. If you finished before those 15 minutes are up, then ask questions and engage with your audience. And that leads me to the next great point that I have, is the fact that cater for your audience that you're presenting to. I felt that during this process that most of the presentations were not catered for us, in terms of this is a technical competition of app judging. And even part of that, there were no live demos of most of the apps, and that allowed us to connect with the app quicker and to be able to ask questions and so forth. So that is essential. There was a participant that wasn't technical at all, so when we asked a technical question, they could not answer, which is not ideal. So that kind of reminds, I don't know. So that's my next point, actually, is if you mess up, just carry on. No one knows your script. And even if you have a presentation deck, and in theory people can see stuff on the screen, they don't know what you're really going to say, unless you kind of put everything you're going to say on that screen, which is a big no-no. And that's my next tip. If you're going to present, don't put everything on the screen. Keep it simple. Yes, make sure that it looks great, but don't put everything you're going to say on that screen. And speak to the presentation so that you don't distract, because if everything's on that slide, people are going to be reading it and not really listening to you. So given the times that we live in, being COVID, you kind of most of the time are going to be dialing in. You're going to be Zooming, or you're going to be using Teams and so forth. So make sure you test out that everything is working beforehand. And it's happened to me. A couple presentations that I've done previously, I didn't have a chance to present. But if you do get a chance, make sure that you test everything out. That is 100% true. So the other aspect that's nice to do is the fact that dress up. So I'm not saying wear a suit or but what you wear needs to kind of be applicable to the environment that you're pitching to. So like, for example, I'm talking about HUAWEI's Apps Up 2020 Innovation Contest, and I'm wearing a Huawei developer shirt. And when I was doing that, I was representing my company, Silicon Bird. That's why I'm dressing the way I'm dressing in this video. And I'll be dressing up like this in the other videos, because it's applicable to what I'm actually doing. So that is a good roundup as to what my tips are. In general, I felt that the presentations could have been more professional and well prepared. I didn't think that the presenters actually rehearsed everything beforehand. It was kind of just like going on the fly. But I do get it, and again, part of the disclaimer that I put previously is that it's easier to be on this side of the table. It's a lot of pressure to be on the other side. And also you've got to keep in mind that the #1 phobia in the world is public speaking. So just to give and end off with a bit of personal context, for me, I'm actually quite a shy guy. If you speak to a lot of my friends and a lot of my family, I don't really say much out in the open. I'm just the guy that's sitting around listening to everyone. So I'm a shy person, but when I get a chance to present and to pitch, I kind of make sure that I get into this mode where I'm able to get my point across. Again, I have energy, I know my content, and yeah, if you are confident, that's how it's going to go. So that is the end of this video. Please stay tuned for the next video. Okay, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Please comment below if you have any feedback, and definitely let's stay in touch. Cheers, bye-bye.